what we are having to do is the rest of the 2018, and we have to move to the 2017 as well. Yeah, so take the papers. Okay, so we did discuss until the fifth question, as I remember, isn't it, people? Can you confirm? Is it until fifth question, right? We didn't discuss the fifth. Lalindi? Right, great. So let's start the fifth. So the fifth one is about what we call the database question, right? So yeah, now here they have given three different databases. I'm having this single medium answer script because we don't have the English one completely there, right? So as you can see, there are three different tables, right, which is called the sales table, category table, and the branch table. So say the first question that they are asking is to fill out, or like the find out what are the primary keys, right, of any two tables, right? So if you consider the sales table, to find a primary key, right, you have to find a column which has unique values. So in the month column, the second row and the fifth row is contained in March, so it is not a unique value containing column. And shop ID, again 001 is repeated at the first one and the second rows, so it is not again a column with a unique values. So we can't take any of the columns, like if even though like sales is having unique values, we are not taking sales names, descriptions, like those kind of figures as what we call the primary keys, because they are like it is very possible to have duplicate values on such columns, right? So we have to go either with the month or with the shop ID, but in here, in this situation, we won't be able to go alone with month or with shop ID. So we have to take them together, right? So month and shop ID together can perform a primary key in the sales table. And if you look at the category table, it is very clear that the category is having A, B, C, which are unique. And when it comes to the item side, they are also unique, right? One is having ice cream and milk, other one is having milk, other one is having milk and stationery. But again, description kind of things, we are not going to take those as the what we call the primary keys. And when it comes to the branch table, you have name, shop ID, and category. There are three things. Name, anyway, we are not going to take it. Shop ID and category, you know that category is the primary key of the previous table, which is the category table. So in here, category is acting as a foreign key. So that is the definition of foreign key, right? When a primary key is can be found in another table as a field, as another field, we call that another field is a foreign key, right? Okay, give me a second to take these things into the whiteboard. All right, hold on. All right. Okay, so as we discussed here, so what I need you to take the concentration is now this category is situated here. So this particular thing can be taken as a primary key, and this can be said as a foreign key. So that's the definition of foreign key. A primary key of a table is going to stay in another table as a normal field. So it is a foreign key. So then the only key that we can find in the shop table, which is having unique values, is the shop ID. So therefore, your answers will be these, right? For the first part, branch table, shop ID, category table, category ID, and sales table, month plus shop ID, since it is a composite one. And again, in the second one, they are asking the foreign keys. Now we have found a one. And if you look at the sales table, there is this shop ID inside that table. Now we know we had taken the month and the shop ID both together as a primary key, but part of it is staying as shop ID, which is a primary key on the branch table. So again, this is going to be the primary key, and this is going to be a foreign key. So your answers should be like a category in the branch table and the shop ID in the sales table, right? So those will be the things. For that, you are getting 2 marks again, right? Okay, in the third part, she's asking, let's find the third part. Yeah. And in the third part, they are asking, they need to insert the contact number, the telephone number to each and every shop, right? So which table that need to be updated? So it's definitely the telephone number of a shop is going to be an attribute or going to be a quality which describes the shop. So it should be inside the branch table, because branch is the one which declares or which clarifies about the shops, right? So definitely the answer should be the branch table to add the telephone number. Like there is no point of adding the telephone number to the sales table and as well as the what you call the other table, the category table, right? So obviously it goes with the branch table because it is an attribute, or like it is a thing that related to the branch, right? So 1 mark will be given. And the fourth one is asking, they are going to like open this new new shop which is called which is in the ABC college. And sorry, yeah, it's the fifth one. Fourth one, it says they are asking to take total sales for the ABC college. Now, for the total sales for the ABC college, now if you can see the they're asking about a query. When you need to take the total sales for the ABC college, what kind of tables or what are the tables that need to join to take that output in the query? Now, when you are given something like this, forget about the query part, right? Now, what I am saying is when you are choosing the tables, right? To figure out what other tables are, forget about the query part and just think you are given these 3 tables, right? And you are asked to find the total sales of the ABC college. So regardless of the query, how we are going to find the total sales of the ABC college? So like ABC college, now sales are right over here, right? And ABC college is right over here. So in the sales, we got shop ID and month. So for each and every shop, we can see what are the sales are. So what we have to figure out is which shop ID belongs to the ABC college. So it is 001, right? So then we refer to the 001s over here. And we take these figures to take the total. So to find your total, you have used this particular table, as well as this particular table, because without the branch table, you can't figure out what is 001. So you need to figure out the branch table to figure out ABC college contains 001. So then you can match that with the sales table. So you need two tables to build up your answer. So in the very same way, database or the access need the very same table to build that query, right? So query means what? The questions that we are asking from the database, right? So we use a structured query language to do that, SQL or a query wizard, right? So in any way, you have to refer these two tables, right? Okay, did you got that, people? Just give me a confirmation. Right, great. Okay, in the next question, they are asking how to yeah, let's take the question. Yeah, in that question, they are asking, they have opening a new shop in the HIJ college, and its shop ID is 004, which sells milk and photocopy, right? So like which is doing milk and photocopying sales, right? So they're asking what are the tables that need to get updated. So here you can see a shop ID 004 is not existing in your shop table. So it is a new shop. So then the branch table must be upgraded, right? And plus milk and photocopy is not in your category table, right? So that is going to be a one new category. So then you need to update the category table as well. So then there are two tables to be updated, which is the branch table and the category table. And how we are going to update it, it is the answer for the next question. In the branch table, you have to say HIJ College 004 as the shop and D as the category, because we are creating a new category. So in the category table, D is specified like milk and photocopy, right? So if you're having those two records, you are going to have 2 marks, like you're getting 1 for each, right? So that's all about the database question. Anyone who has done the next question, the 6th one? Vihan, yeah, Vihasna, you have done it, right? Okay, let's go for the 6th one, right? Okay. So for 6th question, I don't have the marking scheme in there, so I'll do it over here on the question. And I'm sorry, my English paper does not contain the question, my soft copy. So I'm referring to the Sinhala one, and I'm reading it. This is just to write the answers. I'll read it through the my printed past paper book, right? Yes. So it is specifying some steps regarding the what we call the system development life cycle, and they have given the system development life cycle steps at the top in the paragraph. And right, people, sorry, I was disconnected due to connection problem. So let me share it again. Right, so so it is saying as the activities, the activity A, using the existing manual system and the newly developed system in parallel for 3 months, discontinuing the manual system at the end of the 3rd month. So this is here they are talking about an implementation method, right, or the deployment method, which clarifies the parallel deployment, right? Parallel deployment is saying you to have the new system on the organization and have the old one and run them together for a certain amount of period, right? Then after that, after a period which satisfy or like which fits the organization to have the new system to be run. So then you stop the old one and continue the new one. So A is going to be a deployment option, so which is belongs with the T. So for A, you are going to get the answer or like the category as T over here, right? And the second one says converting the designs of the processes, database model, and user interface into software programs. Now this is converting those. So what have been planned is going to convert into the codings, interfaces, and the databases and kind of things. So this is definitely the implementing the solution, right? So previously they have planned it as the second stage. Then as the third stage, they are implementing it, right? So B is going to have the R step. People, මට තප්පරයක් දෙන්න මම connection එක පොඩ්ඩක් shift කරගන්නකම්, right? This is giving me a very hard time. Right. Okay, so yes, and in the C part, as we talked about the requirement analysis part, or the get to know about the requirements and all these things, we are done at the very first stage of the SDLC. So it belongs to the identification of requirement, which is the P stage. So C belongs with the P. And D, it says collecting samples of term test mark sheets, library catalogs, lending cards, daily attendance sheets. So we are collecting samples from those documents. So why we are collecting samples from those documents is to get an idea how the system is going to work. So this is again a part of identification of the requirement. So we can have this idea using this sample collecting and giving them questionnaires, having the interviews, right, doing the observations. So we can gather the data and the and what is actually happen in this system, right? So it is again going to be a part of the first one, which is the identification requirement. And in the E part, it says interviewing the principal, librarians, sectional head teachers to understand their expectation of new system and the current problem they face. So it is again, as we talked earlier, doing the interviews to identify what are the things that they need. And again, so E is going to be there with the P part as well. And in the F, it says rewriting parts of code to accommodate a change requested by the principal after using the new system for 1 year. So it specifically says after using the new system for 1 year. That means system has already deployed. So what we are doing after deployment is the maintenance. So definitely this goes with the maintenance, which means the U phase of the system development lifecycle, right? So we can do under the maintenance part, we can add new codes. We can correct any bugs which is revealed when we are using the system, right? And if any new technologies were requested to Earth Connected, we can do it after the deployment. So those things will be the things that are doing under the maintenance phase. And in the last part, debugging the system due to an error being pointed out by the librarian after 6 months of new system usage. Again, it is after the new system deployment. So it goes with the U, which means the system maintenance. So these are going to be your answers. So if you got all these things correct, get 7 marks, right? 1 for each. So moving forward, and in the next part, they are asking you to match the things. Oh no, it is asking you to list 3 employment opportunities in ICT field. Like there are many, right? So like there are programmers, there are software engineers, there are tech leads, and there are senior software engineers and quality assurance people, right? So project managers, right? There are many, right? And web designers, interface designers, right? Uh, yeah, if you got any alternative answers, just ask it from me. So I'll tell you whether it is a correct one or not. So you can have 3 marks for 3 positions, or like the 3 employment opportunities that you can find, that you have listed. Right? Even data entry operators, hardware technicians can also be taken, right? So those will be, and even myself, like ICT teachers, right? You can take it. Okay, in the second part, they're asking you to match the X, Y, Z with the given terms, right? So the first one says individual component of the software are tested separately to check if if they if the function should be, if the function properly what is there saying here, if they function properly by producing correct output for the given inputs. Yes, so now this is talking about individual components. So individual components, in other words, we can tell them the units. So this is regarding the unit testing that they are talking about. So individual components are given to the programmers once it is designed to implement the solution. Those individual components are given to the programmers and ask them to develop it. So once they have developed it, the first task that they are given to test their individual component by their self. So like they know what is happening there. So like they have to test it, whether it is working okay or not. So those are called the unit testing. So the first one is going to be the unit testing. Y is going to describe about end user test, the system to evaluate whether the system is suitable for use. So the end user means someone outside the project team. That means the client, right? So if we are taking an ATM machine, we are the end users, right? That ATM machine is belongs with the bank, and the bank may have a software team or a project team to maintain the ATM. And we are the end users, the one who is using that system finally. So end users are doing the acceptance testing in the testing methods, right? Or the testing category. So this is going to be acceptance testing. And why this is taking the word acceptance? for the very first time when the system is handed over to the client, the one who has given the job, is given a chance to test and see the system whether it is the system that he or she was requesting, right? So on that particular place, on that particular moment, if the system is not up to the satisfaction or not up to the requested things, the client can reject it. And if it is up to the standards or up to the requirement, then he can accept it, right? Until that moment, uh, client can reject the system that is developed for him due to unsatisfaction, right? So like he can reject, right? But it should be a justifiable one. You can do it without a justification, but that is why it is called the acceptance testing, right? Because he accepted, okay, it is done, or rejected, right? And the last one is talking about individual components of the system are combined and tested to see if they work together properly. Yes. So now this is called the integration, right? So like the programmers will test their part individually, and there will be some components which are developed by the programmers should be added together and see whether that particular module is working. It's like you are testing a bicycle, right? So like you will paddle the bicycle and see whether the back wheel is rotating. So that is an integration testing, because paddle is a one unit, and the cog wheels and the chain are going to be another unit, and wheel is going to be another unit. So you paddle it and see whether the back wheel is okay. That means you are doing the integration testing, right? So likewise, when the units are combined together and test whether it is working, so it is done in the integration testing. So it is integration, right? So if you get all three things correct, you can have 0.5 for each part. So you can have 1.5 for the second part, as well as 1.5 for that three opportunities that you got, right, in the B part. So first one is having 7, second one is 1.5, the B part, and the second part is having 1.5 again. All right, so anyone who has tried the next question, the flow chart? Okay, no one has go for it. All right, do you need me to clarify that? Is anyone interested in discussing that question? Oh, no one. Right, okay, so we can leave that. All right, so we can jump to the 2017 then. Right, people, just send me the incorrect answers. I'll show you the marking scheme in case if you don't have the marking scheme of 2017. Right, so this is the marking scheme of 2017. So mark it quickly and send me the incorrect answers. And the people who have marked it already, just send me the answer so I can make the grid. Okay, Lalindi. Yes, Vihasna. Yes, I got yours as well. Yeah. How about others? There are 5 in the room. Yes. Has everyone completed the 2017? I hope everyone has completed this one. Yeah, 2017. Yes. Yeah, Himanadi, it's okay. So just send me the things. And Geetaka, have you completed? And Duneli? Okay, Geetaka. Right, Duneli. Just send me after correct. Okay, Himanadi. 28. Okay, Geetaka. 4, 8, 28, 20, 37. 37, right? Okay. Okay, Himanadi, if you want, I'm going to start the Pascal lesson in the grade 10 class. So you can participate on that class and clear those things. Like I'm going to end the database lesson today, and grade 10 class is on like 3:30 to 5 in Sunday. It's an online class. So I'm going to start the Pascal by most probably by next week or the week after. So you can participate and clear your things. And anyone who is wishing to have the Pascal polished or to have a revision, just you also can connect with that class as well, right? So just visit that, right? That doesn't matter. Don't worry about the payment or anything. You guys can come there. If you want, just request me the link. I'll send you the link, right? Yeah. Tuneli, how about the Makindur? Okay, 10, 14, 25. All right. All right. Okay, there are very little things that we need to discuss. And if you feel that you need to discuss any more questions like which have been corrected, which have been like marked as correct ones, still just let me know, right? We'll discuss. So I'm going to start from the fourth one. All right. Okay. Give me a second. I need to take the things into your whiteboard. Right. Okay, so the fourth one is first. Consider the following statement. Yes, so they are asking to compare the things, right? So when you are doing such, you need to have this way of having it, how we are going to figure in this out, right? So it is saying 2b16 is equivalent to the 53.8. So it's a hexadecimal value, right? So to convert the, now we have to convert the hexadecimal into octal to see whether this is okay. So we can't directly convert the hexadecimal into the octal. So what are the ways that we have? We can convert the hexadecimal one into the decimal, then we can convert it to the octal. Or else we can figure out, we convert hexadecimal into the binary and we can convert that into the octal, right? Either of the paths will say whether it is correct or wrong, right? All right, so let's check. So we are taking 2b16. So how we are going to? I'm going to convert this into the what we call the binary part, right? So how we are going to convert this into the binary? So we are going to write these things. Right. Okay. Himanadi. Yeah. Will you just shall I move to it after discussing this since I'm starting it, right? So I'll go to the 26 and 28 then, right? Yeah, right. Okay. So B is meant by 11. So 11 means 11 can be indicated how? So 1, 2, 4, 8 will be the positions that we need to fill out. So 11 can be taken as what? 8, then 3. It's going to be 11. So 4 is going to be a 0. And 2 can be recognized as what? When you are writing it with 4 bits, it's going to be 0, 1, 0, 0, right? Because the place values are 1, 2, 4, 8. So your binary value is going to be 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. We can omit the leading zeros. These two zeros, if you want, we can omit that. So, and look at the, now look at the second part. It is 101011, which is the very same as this. So now let's convert this into the octal. So we are how we are going to convert it binary into octal. We are going to make the 3-bit groups. So these are the 3-bit groups. So 124 and 124 are the place values we are having. So once we convert this, how it's going to be? It's going to be 3 over here. It's going to be 5 over here. So 53.8 comes. So the first one is correct. And as well as the second one, not the second one, the third one. Because this particular thing is the one which is stated here, right? So it is giving you the 53 in octal, which is correct, right? And if I convert this binary number into a decimal quickly, right? 101011, right? So the place values are going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32. So what are the ways? So we have to add the 32, 8 is 40, and this 2 and 1, which is 43. So this equals to 43. So everything is going to be the correct, be correct. So fourth one is the answer. And since Himanadi request, I'm going to the 26 and 28. That is what you have requested. Yes. So 26th question. Yes. Yes, they are talking about the, in the 26th question, they are talking about which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of algorithm given in the flowchart. Now, this particular flowchart, if we consider about it, it will start n is 0, n is going to increment by 1, and then n is going to displace it. Then it will be checked whether n is larger than 9. And it is iterating. This is an iteration. So iterating on the no path, right? Dunelli, okay, I'll mark it the 20. Yeah, 25th. Right. Dunelli, just give me a time since Himanadi is going to leave. I'm just saying what is 26 and 28. Then we are coming on the order, right? Okay. So if this is iterating on the no path, right? So you have to remember when it is iterating on the no path, when you are matching it to the Pascal or for the pseudocode, you have to consider the opposite of this particular condition. If you are using a structure like while, right? So while a condition is going to be n less than or equal 9, and for repeat until, you can have the same condition. Right? So keep that in mind, and we have to see how it really happens, right? And since n is increasing from 0 to 9, right? Here, this gives you the idea of increment, right? Increment. And if you are using a for loop, then you have to use the incrementing method, right? Okay, let's go through the first one. It says n equals 1 and n is starting from 1, while n less than or equal 10. Okay, we'll see, because they are asking the equivalent ones, right? Equivalent means like the output take a equal when equivalent only. N equals n plus 1 and display n. Now what happens here? Now n is 0. So n equals n plus 1. For the first iteration, n will become 1 and displays 1. So in here, what is happen? N is 1, n is less than or equal 10, while is used, so it is correct. So going inside, n will increase by 1. So this will become 2. And they are going to display the 2. So because of that, this is wrong, because you need to display 1 at the very first place, right? So the second one, for n equals 0 to 10, again, incrementing part is given because it is gone from 0 to 9, right? And displays n. Now, the thing is, when the n is 9, when the n is having value 9, so 9 will be displayed here, and this particular thing will be argued whether 9 is larger than 9. Still you are finding no, and you will be moved to the upwards, and n will be increment by 1, so it will become 10. Then 10 will be displayed, and in the for loop, when we are saying it is to display from 0 to 10, the n will be goes from 0 to 10, including those two values. So the last value is okay, but first value to be shown in the flowchart is 1. not 0, because n is 0, increment by 1 and display. But here n is 0 and displays n. So the very first value that is going to display is 0, right? Because n is 0 at the first time. So because of that, this is going to be considered as wrong as well. So with that, we can say the fourth one is going to be a correct one. N is starting from 1. So display n will display 1 and will continue to 2. So 2, 3, 4, likewise, it will displays until 10 in the very same way of here. So we can take the fourth one as the answer. Let's see what's wrong with the third one. And again, it says y less than or equal 10, display n, which is 0 here. So the first value is okay. Yeah, let me see when the n is going to become 10. So 0 display, 1 will be 1, yeah, it will increase for 1. And so once 9 is displayed, it will increase for 10. Then will be checked and 10 will be displayed and it will increase for 11. Yeah. Now hold on. This particular thing also giving us the correct answer. How was the answers? 26. It is saying 4. Third one also can be taken as an answer. Let me hand trace it. So n is 0. N is less than or equal 10. It is. And display n. So this is the display. So it displays 0. And n is incremented by 1. So it is 1. And it is checking whether it is less than or equal 10. Yeah, it is. So displays n. 1 is displayed. So it will increase until the way I said. So 2, 3, 4, 5. When n is increased to 9, that means we are here. It goes up and check 9 is less than 10. So it will display the n and this will increase to the 10. So we are here again and we are going upwards again. Not less than but equal. Then 10 is displayed and comes there and increment n by 1 and goes there again and check. So the condition is incorrect. So it ends. So it displays from 0 to 10. So the, oh my God, I missed that name. So the first value which is going to display is 1. Yeah. This is the place it got the problem. It displays 0. So the third one is wrong. So the fourth one is correct. Right? Then 26 and 28 is the other one. Yeah. So I'm moving to the 28th. Consider the following pseudocode. If average larger than 70, then if sport color equals true, then all-rounder award equal true. End if and end if. So this is called the nested if, right? So this if is called the nested if. So if this condition is true, then only the nested if part will happen. Which of the following is equivalent to the logic of the above pseudocode? Okay. So here we say if average larger than 70 and sport color equals true, then all-rounder awards true. Yeah. Now, as I told you, this nested if will happen if this condition is true. So if you are going to take these two if conditions into a one, you need the and word, because and says both the scenarios should be true. දෙපැත්තම තියෙන දෙන්න true වෙන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට average එක 70ට වැඩි වෙන්නත් ඕනේ and sport color should equals to true as well. So this particular thing is correct. And then it says all-rounder awards true. Yes. So if those two are true, then all-rounder is going to be a true. Right? So according to this, this is true and this is true. So this is going to be displayed. And O is not going to do that for you because that means either the case. Either it is larger than 70 or it is sport color is true. It's not going to happen. Third one is just having one single condition. It's not going to happen anyway. Fourth one is having a one single condition, so it's not going to happen anyway, right? So it's going to be the first one is going to be the answer. Himanadi, is it clear? Right. So if you want, you can leave doer, right? And you can refer the things from the recordings, right? I'm going to upload it to the website, right? Okay, so we were discussing the fourth and straight away came to this 26 and 28. So we are moving to the seventh question now. Right, so wait until I'm scrolling it. Yeah. So in the seventh question, now it is asking which of the following truth table is equivalent to the logic circuit given below. In these type of questions, the next one is also like this. First thing that you have to do is take the output of the given circuit, right? So what is the output of the given circuit? This is going to be a bar and this is a NOR gate. So NOR gate will do what? Add and complement. So A bar plus B and will be complement. This is called the total bar, or else you can write this like this: A dash plus B within brackets dash, right? You can use any way. And now what you need to do is just write the truth table, construct a truth table for this particular thing and see what is going to be the output, right? Simple as that. So what we are going to do is we are going to construct the truth table right over here. So here I'm having A column, here I'm having B column, right? So the values will be like this: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, as we know. So first I'm going to make A bar. So it is 1, 1, 0, 0. And I'm going to, yeah, my B is there. So I'm going to create A bar plus B. So by considering these two lines, these two columns, so 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. And I'm going to take the complement of it. A bar plus B bar, or the you can have both the symbols, either the total bar or the dash. So we just flip this ones into zeros and zeros into ones. It is a not operation. So this is going to be your output. So that output is given right over here, right? So the second one is going to be the answer for the seventh one. Did you got that, everyone? Yes, people? Okay, great. So moving to the eighth one, the eighth question, which is something very similar. Right? So for this as well, we need to get the output. So this provides A bar, this provides B bar, and this provides A bar plus B bar. So we have to construct this particular truth table, and then we have to take the outputs of each and every gate and see whether these are going to be equal with the given circuit. So this is a NAND gate, so it will multiply the things and complement. So here it's going to be A dot B bar, since it is a NAND gate, and this is an OR gate. here it receives B, so this is going to output A dot B bar plus B. And this is A plus B, since this is an OR gate. And here you are getting A plus B as well. Here you are going to say A plus B dot A plus B, and it will have a total bar since it is a NAND gate. And this is a NOR gate, so it will add and complement. Right? So now what we have to do is we have to consider these outputs and make them in our truth table and see whether these are going to be equal to this A bar plus B bar. So here we are constructing it. So we take A and B right over here. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So first generate the very first this particular one. So it is A bar over here and B bar over here. So it will be 1, 1, 0, 0. And this is 1, 0, 1, 0. And for A bar plus B bar, you are going to have the addition of these. So 1 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0. So this is going to be the output of the A bar plus B bar. And you have to find what is going to equal to this particular thing. So let's start from the very first one, A dot B bar. So you are performing A dot B, that is a NAND gate. Right? We can write this straight away. A dot B bar. So multiply and complement. 0 into 0 is 0. Complement, you are getting 1. 0 into 1 is 0. Complement, you are getting 1. 1 into 0, it is 0. Complement it, you are getting 1. 1 into 1, again, will give you 1. Complement it, you are getting 0. So people, we are having the answer straight away. The first one is going to be the answer. But don't expect all your questions will be having the answer at the first place. So if not, you have to do the truth table part until you find a solution. Right. Is it clear, people? Everyone? Yeah, great. All right. So moving to the 10th question. Consider the following statement. Register memory in a computer has a smaller capacity than the hard disk. Yeah, I want you to have this have this memory hierarchy, right? This is a simpler version, right? In your book, it is given some extracted version. So at the very top, you are going to have registers, then the cache, and the RAM. Then you are going to have secondary storage. Right? And we can discuss the qualities when the things are going downwards, right? So regarding the qualities, the access speed is decreasing, right? That means the highest access speed is in the registers. A secondary storage has the slower one. So registers are going to be the faster, and the secondary storage is going to be the slowest. And access time, it goes the other way around, like the speed, right? So access time will increase when you are going down, right? Register so access time is less. Secondary storage so access time is high. And the capacity is increased because registers are in kilobytes, cache in megabytes, RAM in gigabytes, and secondary storages are in terabytes, right? So generally it's increasing, and now you know when it comes to a CD and DVDs, this will differ a little bit, right? But generally it's increasing, right? And cost per bit. Now, if you consider the cost, now registers are inside the CPU. So the CPU is going to cost you like 15 to 20,000, right? And cache memory, it is on the motherboard as well as on the in the CPU. So it's going to cost you again around 15,000 to 10,000. And RAM, you can go, it is like around 10 to 8,000. Terabyte, sorry, secondary storage, also you can take it for the very same cost. So cost per bit. Now cost per bit is going to be what? Here the kilobytes amount is going to be 20,000. So it is very high. Here the terabyte kind of things are in 10,000. So it is comparatively very low. So going downwards, cost per bit is going to decrease, right? So all these things are happening when you are moving downwards, this particular thing, right? So according to these facts, what are the things that they have asked? Register memory in a computer has a smaller capacity than that of a hard disk, which is the correct one. Data access speed of register memory is slower than the speed of hard disk, which is wrong. Register has the highest access speed. Per bit cost to store data in register memory is higher than per bit cost to store data in a hard disk. It is, because register memory is very cost when it comes to cost per bit, right? So downwards, it's going to decrease cost per bit. So registers are higher than the hard disk. So where it is correct. So A and C can be considered as the correct answer. Okay, so for the people who have not written this down, I'll give you a minute to take that down, right? If you are okay with this, just let me know. Oops, sorry. Right. People, are you done with this? Shall I move? Right, okay. How about the others? Is it okay for you to move? Yes, okay. Lalindi and Vihasna confirmed. How about the others? Others in the room, is it okay for you to move forward? Kushini is okay. Right, so I'm moving forward. Okay, so moving to the 18th question. No, not the 18th, 14th question. Oh, this is easy. Consider the following statement related to the use of shortcut keys in commonly used word processing softwares. Control C is used to copy text or objects. Yeah, so you can copy text or you can copy image. So those are objects. Control A is used to select all text and objects in a document. Yeah, it will generally select that. When you're pressing Control A, all the pictures and text will get selected. And Control V is used to paste text objects already copied, which is yes. And all are correct. That should be the answer, the 14th one. Yeah, fourth one is the answer. Right. Moving to the 18th. Consider the following statement relating to a slide with multiple objects create using a presentation software. Yeah, now this is regarding the PowerPoint. The animation effects can be applied to multiple objects on a given slide. Yes, when you are having a slide, you can have different shapes or images on that slide, and each and every shapes and words can be given different types of animation. So it is true. So the first one is correct. The slide transition can be applied to the whole slide only. Yes, because slide transition is talking about changing from one slide to another slide. Right? එතකොට තමයි slide දෙක අර fade වෙලා වගේ නැති වෙලා අනිත් එක fade වෙලා යනවා වගේ නැත්නම් පොතක පිටුවක් පෙරලනවා වගේ. So there are many different transitions, right? So it is regarding the whole slide. The slide transition, so the second one is correct. Slide transition effects appears when slide changes from one to the next during the slideshow view. It is, right? So it is the correct one as well. So all are correct, A, B, and C. 25th. Yes, 25th is regarding a pseudocode. Consider the following pseudocode with label P to find the product of number from 1 to 10. Yeah. So like this was the question that we discussed on the 2018 paper, right? The flow chart, right? So it says product is 1, number is 0. Here they are taking a repeat until thing. So they have given the logic. You don't have to remember the logic here, but it says numbers from 1 to 10. So if it is numbers from 1 to 10, you have to iterate this from 1 to 10. That means, in other words, you have to iterate this for 10 times, right? And in the repeat until, you know, the repeat until works, or like the repeat until iterates when the condition is wrong or false. When it is get true, iteration stops. So the number is 0 and the product is 1. So in your answers, they are only checking the number. So number is the one which increase one after the other. So it says here, So it's increased one by one per iteration. So it is starting from 0, and the very first time it's going to become 1, right? And next time it's going to become 2, 3, likewise it should go until 10. So to continue this until 10, we have to iterate 10 times. So all 10 times the condition should be a false one. So the first one is number larger than 10. So if you take number larger than 10, it is going to give you a false condition, neither, because number is 0. So if someone asks number larger than 10, we can say no, right? So it is a false one. So the first one can be an answer. Second one cannot be, because number less than 10, right? So it is true, because for the very first time it's going to be 1. 1 is less than 10, so your iteration will not continue. So this is wrong. And third one, it also can be an answer, because number larger than or equals to 10. And fourth one definitely going to be a wrong one, because it's talking about less than part. So now we have to figure out either the first one or the third one that's going to work. Now let's see how this happens. Now when number is 1, you are going to consider 1, product is 1 into 1, which is going to give you 1. When number is 2, so your product will become 1, and it will goes like 1 into 2. So your answer is going to be 2 over here. And when it is 3, now the what we call the product's value is 2 for the moment, then it is going to increase by 3, right? So likewise, in any for the productions, at the very last we have to be something will be here, and it should multiply by 10, right? Then it should stop. So when number is 10 over here, so this multiplication will happen. Then in then the condition will be checked. So there you should have something, what? You should have something true there once you get the number 10. So if you have number less than 10, පළවෙනි එක තිබුණොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? Is 10 less than 10? No, it is not. So it will do this again, because your condition is false. Repeat until වල condition එක false නම් ආයෙ repeat වෙනවා. So this gives you no, and number will increase into 11, will be a problem, and 11 will be here to multiply again. Then only it's going to become false. So for that reason, 1 cannot be taken. But in here, when number less than or equal 10, when you are having value 10, it is equals to 10. Number is equals to 10. So the condition is true. Iteration stops. So you can go with the third answer. Did you get this, people? Okay, great. So if you are not getting it, tell me, I'll tell you it again. Others, how about you? Right, okay. Yes, others? Only 2 has responded. Does that mean others are not okay, or like sorry. Right, okay. How about the other 2? Okay. And people, I'm just saying this, don't say okay because others saying okay, right? So if you're not getting this, just tell me, say I don't get that, can you repeat it again? So I'll do it for you, right? Yes. All right. So let's move forward. We discussed the 26th and 28th. So the next in the row is 34. So it is asking which of the following HTML can be used to provide substitute information for an image if a user cannot view the image due to slow internet connection. Yeah. What is the substitute information? So it is something showing instead of the image. So it is the alter text, which is done by the ALT attribute. SRC is showing you where the picture is. href is not using inside the img tag. Img is the main tag. So it's the ALT tag that you can use. 37. All right, okay. Duneli, yes, I will. 33. Let's go to 33. Duneli is asking you to asking us to do the 33. Okay, here it goes. Consider the following segment of an email sent to Ajit and 3 others. Yeah. If you send the email to Ajit at doe.lk as given above, who are the recipients that Ajit will see as having received this email? Now, Ajit is in the to position. So the person who is in the to position will see the CC, right? Not the BCC. So as well as in the CC positions, we'll see the to and the other CC recipients. But people are in the BCC position, we'll get to see who are the people receiving this. Right? So BCC ඉන්න කට්ටියට හැමෝම පේනවා. 2 ඉන්න කෙනාට CC පේනවා. And CCs can see 2 as well. Right? So their self and the CC. Right? So here it says only Ajit at doe.lk. No, not only Ajit. CC people can take only Ajit, Rizvi, Kumar. Yes, that's going to be the answer. Right? Not the Frank, not the Ajit and Frank. It's going to be second one. Right? Isn't it the answer? 33. Yeah, the second one is the answer. Right. Did you get that, Dua? Yes, right, okay. So then moving to the 37th. So 37th, it is saying, consider the following scenarios. Obtaining a copy of an original birth certificate online. Paying water bills online using the website of National Water Supply and Drainage Board. C. Obtaining the revenue license for vehicle online. Which of the above are e-government related services? Now, birth certificates are given by the government. So it is an e-government thing when we are obtaining those things like online, because it says online. So it is correct. Paying water bills online. It is again a service given by the government, which is the National Water Supply and Drainage Board. So we are paying to the government. So it is online service. And this is also revenue license, which is for the vehicles. It is happening online, so it is also correct. So what you have to see is, if they are asking about e-government, just see whether that particular service is going to give by the government, right? Government is going to be like there are government related institutes should be there, right? Like electricity board, right? Water board, and these municipal councils, right? Secretarial office, ministries, right? Those kind of things, right? So all can be taken as correct ones. So 37, it's 4. Yeah, they have gone like 3 and 4 as well. Maybe they have taken 3. Hold on, why they have like I don't know why the reason they have omit the A, right? Yeah, so anyway, it's the better answer or the best match is going to be the fourth one. So they have given marks for the 3 as well, right? All right, so that sum up the things that we need to discuss regarding the first paper. Yes, Lalindi. So like you can go for 3 or 4. I don't know why it's a reason that they have omit the things in the third one, because birth certificates are issued by the government institute, as I know, right? And maybe because of this, there are some lawyers who are like handling this process, so they may not consider as part of the government. But when you are having, when you need to have a copy, it's always that you have to contact the registrar of the government and take that thing, right? So much better answer is the fourth one, right? Okay, so do you got any other questions to be discussed? Otherwise, we can like wind up the session from here, and we can discuss the 2017 second paper by next day, as well as ready for the 2016 one. So if you got the chance, we are moving to the first paper as well. Right. So I hope you don't have any other questions regarding the MCQ. So thank you very much for the session, for participating, right? So prepare with the 2016 one, and we'll meet on next Sunday, right? Thank you very much, people. Have a nice weekend.